Guys, it's Erica Galinas with the Mike McCady Group at Century 21 Affiliated here for our market update. This week we are talking about Schererville, Indiana. It's January numbers, not a lot of huge headlines, but there are some pretty interesting things that I found. So for the month of January 2021, sold listings, 22 units sold, which isn't a tremendous amount, but again, January, post-Christmas, we don't have the relo activity like we normally do. It was total sales in the whole town of $6,748,000. Average sales price, $306,770. Average days on market, only 18 days. So again, under 3 weeks, these properties are hitting the market and then selling. List of sales price, $97.91. So a little lower than we've seen. Looking at the houses that have sold, some of them had been on the market a while and probably were more open to, price drops and stuff like that. So I think that pulled us down. Again, 97.91 is still unbelievably good list to sales price. But again, lower than we've seen. But again, this crazy market, I guess it's lower. I'm not too worried about it. There were 9 condos, kind of townhouse properties, which we have a lot of in Schererville. I know that that's something that Schererville has more of than other places nearby. Single-family homes, 13 of those were single-family homes. Only 2 were new construction. The other 20 were existing homes, so stuff that was already built. Not super unusual to see less new construction. A, we don't have a lot of property left in Schererville, and B, it's the middle of winter, so there's not a lot of new construction starting right now. A, because the market is a little slower this time of year, and builders want to maximize their build times and everything like that. And B, it's not always great to dig a hole in the middle of winter when it might get filled up with snow, rain, and or be completely frozen. So that's the new construction at only 2, I don't think is a big deal. So comparing January to December of last year, we sold 47 units in the town of Schererville last year. Total volume, $14,812,000. So that gives us an average sales price in December of $315,153. Not a huge difference. January was about $8,000 less. Again, I don't think that's an indication of horrible price drops going on in the market of Schererville. It just has to do with Christmas. It has to do with these houses that have been hanging around longer, taking those price drops in order to get the houses sold. $8,000 in the great scheme of things is not a big deal. Average days on market, 38 days. Again, super quick. For Christmas time, basically 38 days on the market is almost nothing. Interestingly, list to sales price in December, 100.12%. So list to sales prices we've talked about is, you list it for, I'll make up numbers obviously, $100,000, and you sell it for $99,000, you're getting 99% list to sale price. So in Schererville in December, they got over 100% of their list to sales price, which is pretty impressive actually. Obviously we know we're in a hot market, we have these Illinois buyer pressures, but 47 houses, which isn't a tremendous amount. It looks like 2 of them are new construction, so it's not like there's a bunch of new construction selling it at top dollar. Interestingly, condos and townhouses that are involved in this 100.12% number sold in an average market time of 14 days. So Schererville has this trick that they have these condos and these townhouses available. They're selling in 2 weeks. 15 of those were the condo and townhouses. And again, that average list to sales price, 100.12, means that these condo and townhouse properties are in massive demand in Schererville. And we'll talk about that a little bit more when we talk about active and pendings. So overall, between January and December, not a huge difference. Again, the holidays make it weird. Now we have this wonderful, sub-Arctic temperatures. We got 8 feet of snow or whatever. So it's going to be a little slow. Our January and probably our February numbers will be affected as well, because really nobody wants to move right now. Active listings, so stuff that's for sale in all of Schererville right now, condos, townhouses, $1 million estates in Briar Ridge, there are 11. So for all of Schererville, there are only 11 things for sale right now. Average listing price for these is $473,464. Obviously much higher. What did that be? Almost $170,000 higher than the average sales price in January. Again, some of that is reflected in the prices of the properties that are for sale. We have some, I think there's some condos that are like at 180, and there's a 1.2 million in Briar Ridge. So that's a pretty big sweep, kind of throws off the average. Only 2 are new construction, the other 9 are existing homes. 7 of them are single family, 4 of them are condos or townhouses. Very interesting thing here. The average days on market for our active listings right now in Schererville is 129 days, which seems like an extreme number based on January's 18 days and December's 38 days. So I dug into this a little bit. So there's 11 listings. 7 of them have been listed for over 100 days. A couple of them are in the 200 and 300 day range. Part of it is that it's because they're priced higher. Like I said, there's this 1.2 million in Briar Ridge that's been hanging around a while, $6,000, $7,000, $100,000. Those properties always stay on the market a little bit longer just because there's less buyers to buy them. Here's the biggest thing, and this is what this number means for buyers and sellers in Schererville of whatever kind of property. This number means right now there's no inventory. What happens when you have a property that's been on the market for 200 days, 400 days? It's usually a matter of price. Somebody is being unreasonable about the price that they want for their property due to its condition or its location or some issue with the property. If they would drop the price, they would sell it in 38 days or 18 days or whatever we've been seeing over the past couple months. So now that we have only 11 listings in Schererville, we have now basically, the analogy that, if you have a bag of crackers, the big chunks come off first and then there's little, the crumbs at the bottom that hang around forever. We're now basically at the crumbs. Again, I'm sure these houses are great. Like, I have nothing against these specific houses, but we are at the crumbs level. So everything that's going to sell has sold in 18 to 38 days for an average of $306,000 to $315,000. These ones that have been hanging out on the market 129 days on average are the end of it. These are the crumbs. These are the ones that are overpriced, for whatever reason, condition, location, whatever it is. These are the sellers that need to be a little bit more reasonable about the price they're expecting for their property. Average days on market at 129 with a full listing slate. We would have an average much closer to that 38 days or maybe even that 18 days. But the fact is that we have no inventory. So right now, average days on market is 129,000. It's, again, deep freeze, 8 feet of snow. Hopefully in March, in April, maybe end of February, depending on the weather, we are going to see a lot more listings hit the market and drag that average down. But the reason why it's so high right now is in no way an indication of some problem in the Schererville market. It's just that these houses that are still left have been around for a long time because they're priced poorly. Yeah, so only 11 units in Schererville, which makes that number so high. 129 days in this market is a crazy long time, so these are kind of the bottom. Pending listings, so this is stuff that has been listed, have buyers, haven't closed yet, doing inspections, waiting for your mortgage, stuff like that. 46 pending listings. So 11 active, 46 pending means that these things are going under. Average days on market, 30 days. In a month, this stuff's hitting these 46 houses within a month, got an offer. Average price, $308,183. So again, you can kind of see maybe some of the issues with this days on market for active listings. Their average price is $473,000 in a Schererville market where the average is between $315,000 and $306,000. These people are going to be hanging around a while. But pending listings don't have any real difference between the active sales or the average sales price in January. So that's good. So that means everybody's on board, nice steady ship. New construction, there's 8 new construction pendings. Existing homes, then 38. Single family real estate, 27 of those 46 were single family homes. 19 of those 46 were condos, townhouses, and duplexes. So here's something very interesting. So, like I said, average days on market for pending listings is 30 days. This 129 outlier for actives, 18 average days on market for January, 38 for December. 4 condo and townhouse units in Schererville. The average days on market is 6 days. And these are not new construction. 6 days. In less than a week, these condos and townhouses have gotten offers. We'll see how they close, but I'm assuming it's going to be pretty close to list price because that's going so quick. If you are thinking of selling a condo or townhouse in Schererville, if there's one lesson we take from these numbers, it is list it now. You have almost no competition. You have 11 competitions and only 4 of them are condos. We know that stuff is selling for 100% of the list price in 6 days. So if you are thinking about making a move, I know a lot of people, I don't blame them, don't want to move in wintertime. and there's not always a lot to buy because we're in the seller's market and everything else. But if you want to maximize your equity and you're thinking about it, give me a call. We'll sit down with the numbers, because if these are on the market for 6 days, you are in a fantastic position, possibly the top of the market for those condos and townhomes in Schererville. So that applies for all of Schererville, but obviously these condo and townhouses are awesome. That's our market update. Again, no huge headlines with the exception of that condo townhouse market, top of the market, sell now. We will keep an eye on this. We don't have big differences between the average sales price and the average listing prices and stuff like that, so I don't anticipate a lot of that's going to change. And like I said, most of these numbers will go down or get better for buyers as we start to see more inventory in the spring. I know a lot of people held houses with the unpleasantness over the past year. They're ready to go. So I don't anticipate any big market drop or anything like that, but I certainly anticipate more houses coming on the market and the prices to kind of modulate a little bit. If you're in Schererville, just thinking about selling, thinking about buying, obviously, call me, text me anytime. It is 219-765-2062. You can always send me an email at hsbyerica@gmail.com. That stands for homesalesbyerica.com. Comment down below, send me a direct message through Facebook. Whatever works best for you, I'm always happy to help. And like I said, even if you just have a question, please do give me a call, because I'm super low pressure, non-salesman type. I'm just happy to help. So that's it for Schererville. I will see you Thursday on my Ask the Agent segment. Again, if you guys have questions, particularly for buyers, please let me know. Just comment down below or send me a quick text or something like that. I'd love to answer your questions, what buyers actually want to hear. And then I will see you next Monday for a market update where are we? In Dyer. So next week is Dyer. So interesting, new construction there, old stuff. We'll see how quick the market's been in January in Dyer next week. Thanks so much, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.